Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check.
Right, everybody. Ready? Thanks for joining us today. Coach Rivera wanted to start with some opening remarks.
Just real quick, guys. Appreciate y'all being on again. Really wanted to get an opportunity just to introduce to you guys Jamin Davis, our first round pick, number 19. He's going to wear number 52. He's a guy we're very excited about. We're very fortunate to have him here as part of our football team. So, guys, Jamin Davis.
Go ahead, Scott.
Scott, you're up.
Jamin, I guess, first of all, welcome to Washington. I'm sure it feels great to kind of live out your dream here, and welcome to the Burgundy and Gold. Yesterday, Coach Rivera talked about how you were the perfect fit for the system, the scheme. So I guess my question to you is, why do you feel like you're the perfect fit? Why is this fit with this scheme, this defense, going to be compatible with your skills?
Honestly, just coming into a defense that likes to fly around and make plays. I feel like that's something that I'm pretty good at. I don't toot my own horn or anything like that, but that's just something I was always about, is just trying to be around the ball at all times and just being all over the field and just being able to be around a group of guys that's talented and just like making plays everywhere. So.
And everybody that I've talked to over the last couple of hours have mentioned your work ethic and how you have a motor that doesn't stop. Can you kind of explain that mindset and that mentality of how you bring it every day?
That's just something that came from when I was a child, back in my younger days, just knowing that you never know when your last snap might be. So I see no reason why you should take a rep off, whether that's on the field, whether that's in the weight room, anywhere. Just, you never know when it's going to be your last opportunity. So you should always play 100 miles per hour at all times.
Thank you, Jamin.
Thank you.
Hi, Jamin. Heather McDonough from NBC4. Welcome to Washington. For you, what was that moment like when you heard the commissioner, not only the commissioner call your name, but I saw some of the video of Coach Rivera calling you? Can you tell us what those two moments were like for you?
It was a surreal feeling, honestly. I honestly can't even truly put it into words for you. My heart just dropped immediately because I thought it was a joke. I didn't know it was like actually happening. It just felt like a blur to me. But now that it's actually happening, I'm actually here. I'm just, like I said before, ready to get to work.
Is there any kind of, I guess, kinship or any extra feeling? I mean, Coach Rivera was a linebacker. Coach Rivera is from a military family. Is there kind of any extra feeling that you got when you were talking to him and knowing you had those things in common?
Yes, ma'am. It just definitely made me feel like I came to the right organization. I came to the right coaching staff, and knowing that I'm gonna get a chance to learn from guys that's been in this situation before, and just knowing that I'm gonna learn from some of the best. So.
Thanks. Welcome again.
Hey there, Charlotte here with WSA 9. Welcome to Washington. To kind of go off what Heather was asking, you said you thought it was a joke. When did you realize, when did it hit you during that phone call that this is the real deal and you're going to Washington?
Maybe when I first got off the phone with Coach Rivera, and I just sat there and hugged my mom, and I tried to be a tough guy at first, but then the tears just started falling, and I was like, man, it actually happened.
And you had the opportunity to go to Ohio. I know you chose to stay in Georgia and experience the draft there. Why did you choose to stay at your home in Georgia and not go to the draft in Ohio?
Because when I was younger, that was just something I always dreamed of. If I got opportunity to go to the NFL one day, which I knew I was going to work towards, I knew I always wanted to have the opportunity to be around my immediate family, the people that's pretty much been there with me from the start. And I mean, there's no reason to turn my back from what I know. So.
And just real quick, when you touched down in Washington a few hours ago, what were the feelings that kind of rushed to your mind?
A whole lot of emotion, just reflecting on my path to get here, honestly. And now, like I always been saying, I'm just ready to work.
Welcome.
Nikki?
Hi, Jamin. Can you just kind of walk us through what like the last 12 hours have been like ever since, you got that call from Ron, and what has this whirlwind been like, and what have you done?
Honestly, it's been nonstop. A lot of different people trying to reach out to me, family and friends and whatnot. And you don't want to just seem like you're blowing anybody off. But at the same time, I'm just doing everything I can to stay completely grounded and just trusting everything that my mom and dad told me always from the jump. So.
And how was it hearing from Jimmy Johnson on Twitter and the Daytona 500? I mean, just kind of these things that, I know you're a fan of growing up. What is it like hearing from him now?
That was definitely pretty cool. I was actually in the shower, and when I had got out, I had seen that he had tweeted at me, and I was like, whoa, like that was just, I don't know, it was a little bit of a starstruck moment. But and Dale Earnhardt Jr. as well, after I seen that, I was just like, wow, like this is pretty cool.
JP? Ben?
Hey, Jamin. Good to see you again. Just sort of curious, when you get past these next few days of meeting everybody at all, and at some point, I don't know if you're taking time off, you're gonna or what. But when you get back to work, so to speak, what are your sort of thoughts? How quick are you gonna just come straight back to the team? Do you have any other plans on the side heading into the into training camp, things like that?
Honestly, just learning everything I can to get thrown straight into the fire, honestly, so that I can make an immediate impact. So that's one of the first things I asked was, how soon can I get started?
And sorry if this was asked last night, I can't remember, but is there anybody, current or former NFL players, that you kind of, when you see, you kind of maybe model your game out off a little bit?
I mean, like I said before, I don't really model my game after anybody, but I am a fan of Devin White and Darius Leonard, guys like that, just like to fly around, be all over the place, making plays by the ball. And that's just something I always try to imitate.
Hey, Jamin, one of the things Ron said he liked about you most was your flexibility at all these linebacker spots. I wonder which one you're most comfortable with, or if you like maybe one more than the other.
I'll play anywhere. That's not even my main focus. Wherever he wants me to play, I'll go out and do everything I can to the best of my ability, and I'll just go from there.
Do you have more experience maybe at one or another? I know you'll do anything, but I guess, just kind of what's your background in that area?
I've played outside and inside, so I mean, wherever he wants me to play, like I said.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Matt Parrish.
Hey, Jamin. Ron yesterday was talking about your play at Tennessee, that pick six that you had. Could you just kind of, what do you remember about that play, and how maybe it showed your growth, like all the hard work that you had put in to make a play like that happen?
A lot of it came from film study. I do remember going back and just watching just a lot of film on Tennessee leading up to that game, because it had been a while since we beat them in their own stadium. And when the actual play had happened, it was something that I had already seen. And then on top of that, the quarterback was staring me down, and I just knew I had to make a play on the ball. And I mean, I was a little winded on the way to the end zone, but I definitely had to get there and make a play.
And just curious, why number 52?
Just growing up, one of my favorite numbers was 25, and knowing that I was going to be a linebacker in the league one day, I just flipped it around.
Thanks.
Hey, Jamin. Congratulations again. How much have you really watched this defense? Have you had much of a chance to see it and kind of imagine yourself in it or know what they do? Have you studied it that much?
Ironically, I got a chance to watch them a little bit last year, and it's crazy now that I might actually get an opportunity to play for them. So, but currently, I'm just honestly soaking everything all in, and hopefully, I can get to work and just watch as much film as possible. So.
What did you watch? What was it that you watched, and what did you think? Do you remember the game or
I can't remember exactly. It might have been a playoff game, but I do remember just sitting there, just watching it, and just watching how guys like Chase Young were flying around and just being a vocal leader and just making plays all over the field, of course. And that's something that I wouldn't mind stepping into and trying to do the same exact thing.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Jamin, we've heard plenty about your relationship with Ron, but what can you tell us about what you know so far about Steve Russ and Jack Del Rio, two other coaches who will be pretty crucial in your development?
I love everything about it here so far. Like I've always said, I'm just trying to do as best I can to represent myself and my family, and just learn as much information that I can, and pretty much being a human sponge.
And in terms of just the DC area, DMV, how much have you been here, if at all, or is this kind of your first time, setting foot in this area?
This would be my first legit time, like actually getting a chance to look around and just like get a feel for the area. So I'm interested to see what the DMV has to offer.
I don't think Russell's on, so we'll go Brian Kennedy.
Hey, Jamin, this is Brian back at 36 in Lexington. Congrats. It was floating around last night. Since 2015, Stoops has had 3 linebackers drafted in the first round: you, Josh Allen, and Bud Dupree. The one thing you all have in common is you all were 3-star recruits or less. So what does that say about what you personally did as far as your development over the past several years, but also what Kentucky did help you to get to where you are now?
Honestly, just buying into everything that him and the coaching staff were teaching, and just truly just trusting the process. It doesn't matter about star ratings or anything like that. Same with where you go in the draft. It's just wherever you end up going, you have to go and step in and make a name for yourself. So, while I was there, I just trusted what Coach Stoops and the entire staff there did, and the strength and conditioning staff putting on weight and just everything. And that's the same thing I plan on doing here, is just trusting the process and going to earn every rep that I get.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll take 3 more.
When you bring up putting on weight, is that something that maybe has been emphasized a little bit? Is there a number you're trying to get to? Just how are you planning on building up your body a little more in the NFL?
I mean, that was just like referencing back when I was in college, because when I first got there, I was a little smaller. So, I mean, now, if they want me to put on weight or lose weight or whatever the case may be, it shouldn't be a big complication or anything like that.
What has day one been like for you at the facility? Is it meetings, or kind of, can you describe what it's like?
Honestly, just getting a chance to meet everybody and see everything. And it's honestly been a little overwhelming getting a chance to actually just walk around this place and just be pretty cool to meet Coach Riviere and everybody. And now I'm just, like I said before, ready to get to work.
Have you by chance met with Dan Snyder, the owner?
Not yet.
Jamin, what do you like to do outside of football? Like, if our audience wants to get to know you a little more, like, what are some of your hobbies, things you like to do in your spare time?
This is pretty much me. I'm a real laid-back guy. I don't really do much, play video games, probably watch movies on Netflix and stuff like that here and there. And of course, like everybody knows now, I'm a big NASCAR fan, so you might catch me watching races each Sunday.
All right. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you guys later on.
Thank you.
Thank you.